really had nothing to talk about today. I just kind of wanted to, or nothing like on my mind per se. Just wanted to yap. So I figured, why not? Just got out the gym, did arms. Man, let me tell you, you really start getting into your routine, that should be feeling so good. Like, it feels good to just like, even with everything going on in your life, just bullshit happening around you, you still able to like handle your priorities, handle whatever it is you're trying to get towards. It's weird because I wouldn't be back at this point if it weren't for those around me. And you know, it's weird because 2026 has like really humbled me. Like, not to say like I can't rely on myself, but it's to say like you can't do everything by yourself, you know. And I think once you understand that, you become more open and less prideful. You're able to kind of like I said last time, admit you need help and then actually search for that help. And then when the help comes around, you accept it. You don't try to like argue with it. You don't try to fight it. You just be like, okay, this is what this is. Or you just take it for whatever it is. And it's weird because I was actually talking to a therapist, and he was like, you know, just make sure you're keeping up with your Bible and you're praying. And I told him I'm actually not religious. I haven't been religious since I was like in elementary school or middle school maybe. And then, you know, just kind of went into like, well, whatever your beliefs is, you know, just make sure you're checking in with self. And I feel like having that conversation, it kind of made me think like, not what is religion, know what religion is, but like it made me just question religion in general, because I understand that it's belief in an external entity or force, whatever. And then not to say it's not the same principle what I believe in, I guess, to a degree. But it's weird because the way I feel that people believe in religion is the way I feel like you should believe in yourself. And I don't know how that comes across, but I mean it in a way, not like as in you're putting too much belief into religion. It's just, what if people believed in themselves just as much as we're expected to believe in God? Like, you see what I'm saying? Because when you really think about it, our beliefs are probably our like most powerful thing about us, but also one of our like weakest points, because we can be so easily altered if our beliefs change. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever we were before could be someone completely different the minute our beliefs are challenged, questioned, possibly even just twisted, you know, to view it differently. And it's weird because, especially when I talk to like people of faith, it's almost like there's an explanation for everything, but then the things that don't necessarily add up in my eyes, it's just God's, like it rounds up to it's God. Like, you see what I'm saying? And I don't want to say like, it's not, this is a thought. This is not me ridiculing anyone's belief. I want to make that clear. But it sounds like a cop out to me when I hear it, because it's not. It's nothing wrong with just saying I don't know too. You know what I mean? It's like, it's nothing wrong with just not really having an answer for that at the moment, because plenty of things about I don't want to call it a belief, because I'm constantly challenging my beliefs, so I call it a theory more so. But like, I don't expect everybody to make sense of what my theory or belief is. So like, when I say what I'm saying and I come how I come, it's all with just, I'm coming from an informative perspective. I want to learn, I want to understand it. But the more I hear and learn about religion and how people say they're leaving things to God, or like you got to trust in God and leave it to him, it sounds like, the way I receive it, it sounds like you are trusting in yourself, because at the end of the day, you're kind of letting go of that control, and you're giving that control to this entity. And it's like the same way that you're trusting in this God, I guess, is the way I trust in myself. And my thing is, what if everybody trusted in themselves the way they trusted in their God, the way they believe in their God? Like, what if like everyone believed in themselves enough to just like run headfirst to whatever it is they wanted? Like everybody in the world did that. Like, I wonder how different the world would come to be. And I don't want to come on here and act like I know everything about religion, because I really don't. I want to learn more about it, but not in a sense of like conversion, just to like get a different perspective. I've learned a good bit about Christianity, but I'm really interested in like Buddhism, and really just Buddhism at the moment. So but it's things like that that I guess kind of pondered my head when my therapist was asking me about it. Because like when he said it in a way that like it wasn't like, but it was like almost expected of me to be a believer of God, you know what I mean? And I realized that's actually how a lot of people I come across are. Like, they kind of, well, they don't expect it, but it's like 9 times out of 10 they're gonna assume that I'm a follower of God, follower of Christ, when I'm not. I'm just not. I'm a follower of me. And I believe if you do better, better will come. You know, I believe in this thing called like the consciousness theory, and that's a whole nother story. But like, essentially, we're all part of just one big cycle, and it's not really a heaven and hell thing. It's more like life is what life is, and then death is what death is. So it's like, but like I said, whole nother thing. My main thing I wanted to talk about is just belief, because belief is so powerful. And it's like, why wouldn't you believe in yourself the way you believe in your God? If you know you have that ability to put so much faith and trust into something you're not even 100% sure, or not even say 100% sure exists, something that you believe exists, something that you believe so much that you may know it exists, why not put that same trust and belief into yourself, you know? And that's not to say you shouldn't believe in your God or your belief, but it's like, your belief technically is not an absolute. And I think you need to be open to that, regardless of whatever it is you believe in. But also remind yourself that you are real. If there's one thing that is 100% real, it's you. So why wouldn't you believe in yourself enough to do what you want to do, but believe in this idea enough to like allow it to have full control over your life? You know what I'm saying? So it's weird, because I don't mean it in like a bashful way, if that's how that came across. I just mean it in a way like, I want to understand what's preventing you from believing in yourself the way you believe in your religion or faith or belief, whatever route you're taking. And what do you think you can do? What do you think you could do to turn that belief onto yourself? So it's weird, because a lot of people, like, they it's almost like a source of power from them, you know, like, this thing will grant me whatever I need when it's needed. Maybe not at the timing and pacing that I would prefer, but it'll come. And then, you know, God works in mysterious ways, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's always just like, the way you talk, or the way I hear people talk about God, especially in Christianity, is kind of like, I feel, just the way you should observe life. Let go of control and not try to have things go your way. Like, because, you know, all things happen for a reason. All things happen on their own time. So the way that people say I'm putting this trust into God or I'm letting God take the wheel, it's literally just saying I'm letting go of control. I'm allowing myself to just be, and that's it. And that's why I feel like, I mean, I'm not saying this is the facts, but I feel like faith in a God is just faith in yourself. And I feel like it's just an extra step before believing in yourself. But I truly feel like that's nearing the equivalent. Now, forget the stories, forget the scriptures, forget whatever text you're talking about. Let's just take it to the principle of believing in a God versus believing in yourself. Now, if you believe in yourself and believing in God, hey, don't worry about it. But there are some people who just don't. There are some people who kind of wallow in their flaws and shortcomings that kind of leave it to God to fix it, but they themselves don't necessarily do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Or like people who actively do bad things, but then say, I know God got me. It's not, that just seems like a reason to keep acting the way you're acting, rather than looking at yourself and then being like, okay, what am I myself doing wrong? Not what is the position that God is putting me. Like, I feel like people try to put their problems in the frame of why has God put me in this position? No. I don't agree with that at all. Because it's like, brother, you got yourself here. Not to say that's everybody's situation, but a lot of times we get ourselves in the position that we don't want to be in. You know what I'm saying? And why are we so scared to like believe inward first? Like believe inward and then make our way out. Because I feel like right now, especially like regarding religion, it's more like I believe in this external thing before I believe in myself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like maybe it's just different experiences too, but I also feel like why are we so pushed to believe in these externals? Like, why do we have to pick a religion? Not saying we have to, but why is like religion so split to the point where like people are genuinely arguing about the beliefs of other individuals, when at the end of the day they are all beliefs? You know what I'm saying? Beliefs in a entity or idea that may not be true. And you know, but you are true. You know you're true. You, the only thing you know is real is you. So why wouldn't you believe in everything you hope to accomplish to go and do it? You know? But it's just I feel like, God, it's weird. I feel like religion limits us, bro. And it's weird. I know that's weird to say, but like there's so many times religion just kind of like contradicted itself. And it's just not really healthy in my opinion. And I know that's not, again, I'm not trying to sound narrow-minded. I'm not trying to bash anyone for their religion. I'm just speaking as someone who doesn't believe in God, someone who's looking from the outs, someone on the outside who's looking in when people talk to me about it. And it's not just Christianity. I'm just using Christianity because that's what I grew up on and that's just what I hear about mostly. It's really just religion in general, the idea of religion. Why are we so split about it? I feel like not to say why are we so split, because different countries, different places, different cultures, different upbringings, etc., whatever. But I feel like we should also, like, there should be like a religion where like believe in yourself, fuck everything else, just believe in you. What can you accomplish today? What can you accomplish this year? Now granted, some people need that external, and I see that, I recognize that, and I'm not, again, this isn't to bash anyone, this is more so to question, and if you have an answer for me, because I'm curious. But I just want more people to see the power of not just their belief but their mind, you know, because you can say something to yourself and that be true, you know, to you it could be true to you, but you yourself, you know, you don't have to question that, you don't have to believe that, you know you exist, you know you are real. So why would you not have all the power to dictate where your life goes? No? Maybe I'm thinking too forward about that, but I don't know. I feel like religion is a taboo thing to talk about, religious beliefs in general. It's in there with politics and stuff, but when it's brought up, I enjoy talking about it because it's never in like a argumentative type of way. It's just an informative discussion because I don't believe in that, and I think it's honestly kind of limited people's abilities to pursue themselves, to look inward, because they're kind of just putting it into God. And like when you start believing in God, everything's fine, everything's good, regardless of what it is that you're doing. As long as I follow God, as long as I'm praying, as long as I'm doing this, yes, that's great. However, are you as an individual actually growing, actually evolving, or are you just doing the same exact thing, just saying, I know I got God on my shoulders, I know I got God on my side, I know I got this, that, the third, I know I'm straight as long as I believe in this external. And I know I bring up internals and externals a lot, and I'm not saying externals are completely separate from internal shit you got going on, but I think it's also important to differentiate the two. So understanding that why, yes, you can have 110% faith in whatever it is you believe in. If you are not doing the work inside, then working your way out, I feel like you're probably not making the best out of your beliefs. And that's why I say, like, what if everyone in the world just believed in themselves? Not a religion, not a God, no Buddha, no, I don't know what Muslims, who their God is, but all of that. If God just was gone, if religion, the idea was just gone, and you had no one or anything to believe in but yourself, and that goes for everybody, I just wonder how differently that world would be. Like, would we have more scientists? Would we have more, like heroes? Would we have more artists? Would we have, like, because there's so many people who don't do things because of their religion and how it sets them back, and the things that may come with that. There are people who are scared to explore their lives because of what their religion, what their belief is telling them it is not right. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I say religion it feels limited on the outside looking in, because it prevents you from experiencing, like, you know what I'm saying? And again, I understand different cultures, different upbringings, different backgrounds, cool. However, just going back to the hypothetical, if religion really did not exist, if it was just gone, I feel like everybody would be either happier or initially more scared because they have no one pointing in the direction at all. Like, now all the direction is in their hands. And to a lot of people, that's very overwhelming. That's more so scary than it is exciting. And it's because they don't have this entity or someone above them telling them what to do or what not to do, or what is right or what is right, or wait, what is right or what is not right. Sorry. But it's just you believe in yourself is what I'm trying to say. Just believe in yourself, bro. Like, the way that you believe in your God or religion or faith, whatever it is, believe in yourself with that much love and what's the word? Forgot the fucking word. Believe in yourself with that much sureness? No, that's not the word. Confirmation? No, I don't know the word. Just believe in yourself and don't question your belief in yourself. The way that you don't question your belief in your God. Now, if you don't believe in religion, still put that belief somewhere, because you have beliefs. It may not be directed anywhere, but you believe in something. You know what I'm saying? Put that belief towards yourself, bro. Because at the end of the day, you are real. You know for a fact you are real. You know what I mean? I feel like religion kind of it kind of just glazes over all the holes left with it, by just saying it's God, or there's a story for this, or there's some like scripture for it. It's like there's always something to patch up this hole in whatever they got going on. And you know, if you are questioning your beliefs, don't be scared to question them, bro. Like, don't be scared to like branch out, and don't be scared of what may come with that. Don't be scared of the ridicules. Just allow yourself to experience, because I feel like that's what religion limits us, not me, but a lot of people from doing, you know. So yeah, I know this was a weirder one, might be more controversial, but I'm actually curious, you know, like, what if we all believed in ourselves the way we are expected to believe in God?